This learning material is created to give equal access to learners with visual impairment and those having print disability.
Hello friend. Welcome to our special corner. Representative Philippine theatrical forms. Philippine theater comes in a variety of forms, and these include religious and non-religious acts or productions, usually shown or performed during festivals, covering a wide spectrum of resources and origins. The kinds of theater productions mentioned below are the most famous performed in the Philippines and are widely known throughout the country and in Asia, most of which are influenced by the Spanish and other Asian countries. In this lesson, we will go through the history of these theater forms, and the different aspects of visual arts that are included when making a production. Since the time of Dr. José Rizal, national hero, in the year 1898, shadow puppetry had already been formed in the Philippines, when he staged the play entitled Carrillo. Rizal used a carton and a stick, and he positioned this at the back of a large, white cloth, using a candle to illuminate the back of the puppets to create the shadows. Shadow puppetry or shadow play is an ancient art form that uses flat, expressed figures to produce cut-out figures which are held together by sticks and sometimes thread, to create movement, which are shown behind a thin layer of cloth or screen and a light source to create the shadows. Sometimes, details of the puppets are made by including colored or translucent papers like cellophane, and can create various effects depending on the source of fight and the kind of movement the puppets make. Shadow play is popular among various cultures and countries, and has a long history of tradition among Southeast Asian countries, especially in Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Cambodia. But the known origin was from a Chinese legend that traces shadow theater or puppetry when a court magician comforted a gloomy emperor by conjuring up his departed wife. The magician had merely shown the emperor a shadow, with the aid of a small flame and a thin cloth screen. Shadow puppetry is considered as an ancient art form of storytelling and entertainment, and has evolved with many techniques and process of creating the puppets and the stage where the artists showcase the puppets. It is a popular form of entertainment among children and adults both, with the variety of figures one can make, and the fluidity, choreography and technical aspect of making the puppets move. It is indeed a great form of visual art. A drama that is performed through dance movements, frequently with dialogue or sometimes, even singing. Dance drama is popular for retelling of famous, national literatures. Actors act out scenes through a complex gesture language, which imitates actions in real life and are required rhythmic body movements as an expressive public performance. These movements are often accompanied by other elements, such as dialogue, pantomime, chants and costumes. Though the main focus of the dance drama would be the movements and gestures of the actors, creating the right setup, props and costumes go a long way, and just like any theater or drama performance, visual arts through costumes and settings play a big role in creating the right feel or ambience to deliver the message of the story of the dance drama. The earliest known form of organized theater is the comedia or moro moro, created by Spanish priests. It is unique to the Philippines because there are no other countries that thought of or created the said drama. It is usually performed during festivals or fiestas, and are performed in villages throughout the Philippines. Each performance for each village differ from one another because of how it is treated through retelling, but all are full of romance, melodrama and the highlight, which is the battle between Christians and Muslims. Local people rewrite scripts and dialogues which are usually in verse, and some performances include elaborate scenery settings and costumes, as well as music and dance that are all part of the production. All moro moro plays follow the pattern of a love affair between a Muslim Filipino prince and a Christian princess. Religious differences become the main obstacle in their romance. Included in their costumes and props are the shields, swords, lances and daggers of the armed soldiers. Christian and Muslim nobles are dressed in gaudy and loud-colored costumes, and are often seen marching up and down the stage, striking pompous and arrogant stylized and exaggerated poses. In the Philippines, the sarsuela or zarzuela play with song and dance is usually written in prose, depicting the peculiarity of romantic love among idealized Filipino characters that are often accompanied by topics of contemporary social, political, economical or cultural issues for relevance and added interest. Originating from the Spanish form of musical theater, the dramatic action is carried through the alternating combination of song and speech, and encore. In the Philippines, the zarzuela or zarzuela, a play with song and dance, is usually written in prose, depicting the peculiarity of romantic love among idealized Filipino characters that are often accompanied by topics of contemporary social, political, economical or cultural issues for relevance and added interest. Originating from the Spanish form of musical theater, the dramatic action is carried through the alternating combination of song and speech, and incorporates vocal ensembles, various types of folk music and dance. Zarzuelas are usually nationalistic in theme and plot and are showcased by actors and actresses wearing traditional costumes, our Filipinianas, sarong Tagalogs and other local wear in the conventional era. Delivered with some song and dance, the acts would seem like any other musical, but the Philippine zarzuela depicts stories told in integrated local folklore, projected by the actors' characters in costumes, and traditional Filipino-inspired props. Some of these props are made out of materials made from local resources such as capis and rattan. During the season of Lent, one of the most famous events that is shown is the theater play of Sinaculo, usually depicting stories and events from the Old and New Testaments related to the life, sufferings and death of Jesus Christ. It takes at least 8 days to be performed, from Palm Sunday to Easter Sunday, in different places, on the streets, on stage, in a chapel or church. Traditionally, it is acted out on a proscenium-type stage, with painted cloths or paper backdrops, called talon. There are modernized versions of the play, but they deliver the same message, through showcasing the different costumes worn during biblical times, and the weapons and props used for the different characters are well made as well, to create an authentic feel to the performance. Locals act as soldiers, with menacing painted masks and armors, and act out scenes even outdoors. Making the costumes and props takes a lot of thought and effort, to be able to represent the characters well, and that also includes creating the stage, when performed indoors, and what backdrops to use for which scenario. All in all, the creation of costumes, props and settings together to support the creation of the whole production.
Cheval, L. R. Capulong, M. H. A. Rosenberger, L. G. Santos, J. F. M. Mendoza, J. C. Samoy, C. J. P. Aldeguer Roxas, J. S. T. and D. Music and Arts Learners Material, First. FEP Printing Corporation.